Hi little rabbits, it's Miss Wilfert. I'm sorry that the first video didn't load right. We're going to try this again. The good news is this time we have Dally with us. Say hello, Dally. Hello everybody, I'm Dally. She came to visit me this time. Um, I wish we could be together for real, but at least we have this technology, assuming I can get it to work this time, to keep us together. In the past, this wouldn't have even been an option. What I want to do is go through the Google Classroom with you so that you have a gentle guide as to how to go about things. Don't worry about the fact that I'm on period 1 language arts. I am keeping all the language arts classes on the same curriculum for right now. It's actually what I've always done after spring break, because after spring break is AZ Merit um, writing and reading exercises, and everybody needs the same information. So um, let's start with what I'm going to do for you each week is give you a little template of what the week's going to look like. So here's online learning week 1. What's new this week? So due this Friday is one of your no red inks. There are 4 assignments on it. You're going to log in as usual. Please look over the lesson before you try to do any of the practice exercises. As you know, it really does make a difference. And I wrote a little blurb down here at the bottom just to kind of remind you that I absolutely remember how tricky, for instance, active versus passive voice was. So I know some of them can be kind of rough, and if you've done the lesson and you're on the practice questions and you're still having a lot of trouble, I want you to email me so I can either go over it with you live or just kind of look it over and have you move on from there most likely. Next thing, due this Sunday. I put a little bit of an extended date on this, just depending on what's going on this week. I'm going to show them to you in a minute, but I want you to read some articles and imagine, you don't have to write it, but imagine you're going to write a 5-paragraph essay that supports the thesis that I gave you. Then you're going to complete a graphic organizer simply by putting quotes in that support each point. I did write a little blurb here at the bottom to remember what I've taught you, that you want a really meaty quote with statistics or experts whenever possible. That way, when you do go to write your commentary, it's easy schmeezy for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I actually want to find the articles first. Hold on one second. Here they are. Okay. These are uploaded for you. They're 4 different sources, so it's 4 different articles. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So what I want you to do, please, first is read each article. Take your time and really read it over. As you're going, be thinking of quotes that you want to use for your organizer. Then, let's say, I'm going to pull up the organizer now. Here's the same organizer that you have. I had already put a quote in here, actually. I forgot to get rid of it, so let me get rid of it because I want to show you how to do this. Let's say you're doing promoting exercise. You need to find, this is very similar, by the way, as our paragraph charts. I made it this way on purpose. This was an organizer from Mrs. Cadeby, and then I modified it to work for our purposes, more of what you're used to. Notice I have the 4 examples and in addition. So this would be the left side of the paragraph chart that you're used to. So you're not going to do your commentary with the this shows that yet. You're just going to do the quotes on this organizer. So let's say that we're looking for ones that promote exercise. What you do is go back to the articles and find quotes that are meaty that have to do with exercise. Now, the one I'm going to pull has nothing to do with that, but I just am going to pretend I'm pulling a quote. So let's just pretend that this is a great quote on exercise. Okay. On mine, I do a control copy. I'm honestly not sure what your computer is going to want to do to copy something, but that's what mine does. Then I come back to my organizer, and for me, it's a control V to paste it. Boom. and it happened to be source 2. I left that on there from before too. But yours will look like that. And as you're looking on it, let's say I pulled it, actually this one I think I pulled from source 1. So there you go. Source number 1, done. Okay, then you go down and pull your second quote for exercise. Okay, and then at the bottom, put your source number. Okay, and if your writing goes down into the bottom of this, that doesn't matter at all. That's what it's there for. Okay, so hopefully that all makes sense. When you're done with all of that, I have created your own organizer for each one of you, so you should be able to turn it in. If you have any problems with any of this, any questions, struggles, please email me. My office hours are from 10 to 11 a.m. every day. If, let's say you sleep in that day or you are doing something else during that time, go ahead and email me anyway. I'm checking my inboxes honestly constantly. So I will get back to you most likely very quickly. I love you so much. Hang in there. Be safe and be healthy. Remember, if it's okay with the folks, to go outside and get a little fresh air, even if it's in your own backyard, get a little sunlight. Um, Look at the, you know, the pretty green things out there and hear some birds chirping. Try to limit your time on video games, even though this is all about how much we love video games, right? Another point I want to make on that note is I actually wanted to have you do a topic that would interest you. But if you are anti-video games, I am completely okay with you changing up the organizer and even the topics for each paragraph in any way that you'd like that makes sense for you. I chose to do pro video gaming on this exercise because there are much meatier quotes on the pro side, and it's just easier to model that. And if it were me writing an AZ Merit essay, for example, I always try to think of things that way. They really give very few points for voice, so you don't even really have to be passionate about the topic to write a good paper on it in these cases, which is kind of a shame, but it's the field we're playing on. They give a majority of points for organization, sentence structure, and proper citations. So we'll be going over all of that soon enough. You honestly already know how to do it all. It's just kind of some fancy language surrounding it. Take care, little sweethearts. Love you very much. Bye-bye.